All right, brother, you're good to go.
Right, cool. Just Mary and Joe.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
You okay? Awesome. Okay. Nice to meet you. We just kind of do the virtual handshake here, so it's finally nice to get to meet you. But like I was telling you over the phone, man, it's just nice to let me just formally introduce myself. So I'm Nick from Globe Life American Income Division. I kind of spoke to you about the benefits through, your union. Is Mary there by chance?
Oh yeah, she's sitting
She
here
up
right
and
next
down
to me actually.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, look, my man, I got your benefits here. I really love that they have me using Zoom now. So, kind of makes things go a lot faster. So don't worry, I won't take up much of your time, okay? But let me just make sure I got everything set up here and I'll get you started, okay? How's your day been so far?
Same old, nothing crazy, right?
Yeah, I got you. It's you know, work got you busy.
Yeah, definitely. You know, long days, long nights, right?
I hear that. What do you do for a living?
I'm actually a pipe fitter.
Pipe fitter. Okay. Long hours then, huh?
Yeah, for the
How'd you get into that? Just it's a family thing or
just a apprenticeship right out of high school, and then kind of just kept going from there.
okay. Awesome. And how long have you and Mary been together? Just for a while then?
Oh geez, it's been 15 years now.
No kidding. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, I see that. That's awesome, man. And I see here. How long have you guys been here in Houston?
Just about 10 years. Yeah, just right around 10.
10 years? I gotcha. Yeah, it's just about probably been here in Houston for about 10 years too. I lived in Detroit before all this, so it's
Okay.
always where'd you live before you guys came to Houston?
Vegas.
Vegas? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I lived in Detroit, so I know, coming into a new place like that, it's always it always takes a little while to get used to.
Yeah,
Definitely the
it
summertime here.
definitely does.
You know what I mean? Gotcha. And let's see. How are you guys got any kiddos at the house? Keeping you busy as well?
Yeah, too. We have Ben and Abby, so that they're definitely a handful.
Ben and Abby? Oh, okay. Ben and Abby. I like that name, Ben. But how old are they? If you don't mind me asking.
Ben is 9 and Abby is 7.
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. So you pretty much got two jobs, huh? To
Yeah,
keep you
yeah,
busy.
definitely.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Well, look, my man, I won't keep you too much longer. I know you're dying to know. So let me just pretty much tell you exactly what I'm gonna be doing for you, okay? So my job is pretty simple. I'm just gonna go over your no cost benefits that have already been set up for you. Um, like I kind of told you over the phone, then I'm gonna go over some additional benefits that you have to qualify for, okay?
Okay.
So, just to kind of give you a little background for my company. American Income works with over 20,000 different local labor unions, credit unions, and associations throughout the U.S. And look, whether you like unions or you don't, I used to work with Kroger with the union, so I kind of know a thing or two about it. But the thing everyone agrees on, is that they do have the best benefits, right? So, and a big reason for that is because their relationship with American Income for the past 70 plus years. So, as you can imagine, like I told you, I'm, talking to 2 to 5 members every hour. So they got me running around like crazy here. But let me just go ahead and get started into your first no cost benefit, okay? And
Okay.
that'll be
Nick, how long is this going to take?
Oh, it won't take that long. Like I said, unless you guys got a ton of questions, like I was telling you, 15 minutes to 45 minutes max. Okay. So I
Okay.
promise it won't take that long. So your first no cost benefit is the Child Safe ID mobile app, which is endorsed by the International Union of Police Associations. So, I'm sure you know a bunch of families with kids, right? Considering you guys got 2 kids of your own.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, um, did you know that Texas leads the nation in abductions?
No, did not know that.
Yeah. And did you know that 93% of children that aren't found in the first 24 hours are never found?
No, wow.
Yeah, so I always get those Amber Alerts, and it always breaks my heart seeing those things. So, that's actually why they decided to create the most comprehensive app of its kind to kind of help missing children. And so this first no cost benefit, I'm gonna kind of help you set this up here, okay?
Okay.
So I got a little QR code here that you can scan, and then from there, I'll help you download that. So while I kind of pull this up here, if you want to just go to your app on your phone, and just pull that up there. So
Okay. Doing it right
and it's
now.
called the Child Safe Kit. So that's all you gotta type in, and it'll be the
And
first app that you see.
looks like a yield sign, right?
Right, pretty much. It's a red one. So and let me know if you can see this real quick. Do you see that?
Yep, I have it.
Awesome. Okay, so you're just gonna want to scan that QR code, and then once you get that downloaded, you're good. Just let me know once you get that downloaded.
Okay, scanning it right now. All right, I'm in.
All right, awesome. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So with that, once you get that downloaded, you can just type in your children's information, Abby and Ben's. And you don't have to do that now. So you guys can kind of do that on your own time. But pretty much once you guys knock that out, your children are signed with, the Union of Police. And they can kind of help you out with that. Okay. So imagine if your child went missing. You see what I mean? So can you see how important this would be? All
Yeah,
right. So,
definitely.
being the endorsed company by the International Union of Police Associations, they're actually asking that you refer at least 5 families for this app. I know you mentioned, you kind of knew some families with kids. I know you guys got kids of your own. Everyone wants to put down dozens of people. Um, let's just pretty much start with the people that are close to you. Who's the first one that comes to mind?
Um, geez, probably my sister Madison.
Your sister Madison? Okay. Madison, okay. And who else?
Probably my brother Kevin.
Okay. All right. And who else?
You do my other brother Matthew.
Okay. And who else?
That's probably about it.
Got you. Okay. No, none of Ben's, friends like that. Their parents. Are you guys kind of close with them like that? Do they play sports by chance? Ben?
Oh yeah, Ben's in baseball.
Baseball? Okay. Any any coworkers or anything, or even his parents' friends who like to endorse?
Not really, no.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no worries, man. Gotcha. Okay. And what's Madison's phone number by chance?
It's 281
Hmm.
612 3131
Okay. And Matthews?
832 712 8181.
Okay. And do they have the same last name as you by chance? Just the same,
Madison, yes,
different last name?
all the siblings do, correct, yes.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Gotcha. Well, Mary, can you still hear me back there? Yes, can she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, listen, Joe and Mary, your guys' next no cost benefit is actually the AIL Plus discount card. Um, how are your guys' benefits through work by chance? They're pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good.
Awesome. Okay. Let me see here. I got a little illustration here to pull up for this discount card. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. Okay, so um, I'm sure you know by now, that you can't really rely on your group benefits, but since you don't really control them, they could change at any time. And so with this, what they kind of have set up for you here is, this no cost benefit will kind of help you with some of those gaps by giving you an 85% discount on things like dental, vision, prescription drugs, hearing aids, things like that.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit easier once I get that pulled up for you so you can get a better idea. Hmm. Computer won't pull it up. You know how that goes. When you
Oh, I
want it to work,
understand.
it won't pull it up. You know what I mean? No worries, man. Well, here, I'll just pretty much summarize it for you. Looks like it's having trouble pull up, but basically, your membership, basically what it would have told you is that your membership requires an annual renewal. Um, but that's actually a no cost to you as well. So we'll kind of let you know when it's time to renew, so you don't have to come hunting us down or anything like that. No reminder in your calendar, right? Um, you won't even have to think about it. So people always tell me that they didn't think they'd have, use of it very much, but they find themselves using it all the time. Again, at no cost to you. It's just good to kind of have that extra peace of mind. You know what I mean? Just it's nice having in the back pocket. So you'll receive an activation email here within the next few days. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And your next no cost accidental death, it's your no cost benefit is the accidental death and dismemberment certificate that your kind of letter talked about. So Joe, this is actually a living benefit that pays you $2,000 for the loss of one hand, one foot, or the sight in one eye. And it actually is double that amount, or $4,000 in this case, excuse me, for the loss of any two. And Mary, if you can hear me back there, but for you, this is actually a death benefit that would pay you $4,000 should Joe accidentally die. Now, I know $4,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money in the world, and to be honest, it's really not. But but if Joe, you were to die, your paycheck dies with you. And I kind of imagine that would put a crunch in your guys' budget, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So, you guys can kind of see how this would definitely help, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, just be on the lookout here. I'm gonna go ahead and email you the certificate for your records. Once you get that email, what you're gonna want to do is print it out anywhere. And once you print that out, you're gonna receive a green certificate there on the top right, and you're gonna want to make sure you fill that out completely and send it to the PO box. Okay, so just
Okay.
to ensure that you guys are covered. Okay, and just one more thing here. I just need to put two emergency contacts on here in the event that you guys were to die together. Just kind of like, in a car accident or something, a common accident. So it'd be wise if they kind of live in Texas over the age of 18, living outside your guys' home. Who's your first emergency contact?
Probably my sister Madison again.
Madison? Okay, gotcha. And who's your guys' second one?
Probably my cousin Michelle.
Michelle? Okay. And what's Michelle's phone number?
It is 1282 613 3131.
All right. And just just in case something happens, I do have to give you, the home office number. So this is the number you guys are going to be in contact with. Could you just grab your phone for me real quick?
Okay. Yeah, I have it right
Just let
here.
me know when you're ready for that number.
Ready when you are.
It's 832
Okay.
327
327
0800.
0800.
Awesome. So, just to kind of make sure your family gets the money that your guy's entitled to. Just to kind of make sure, I'm going to be calling your emergency contact personally, just so they know that what to do in the event of a claim. Okay. If you could please just kind of give them a heads up that they'll be hearing from me. In addition, if they choose, they're actually going to have access to this as well, thanks to you. Okay.
Okay.
So. Now, Joe, this is kind of a policy that's just on you, but you're gonna like this. So actually, the second part of this benefit is that you actually can extend this to your closest family members and friends at no cost to you or them, right? So how this works is, let's say, God forbid, right, Madison were to die in an accident. Um, a $2,000 policy, just like yours, will actually pay out to his or to her family at no cost to you or them.
Okay.
All you're doing is giving them the option to take advantage of this, just like you did. So the ability to extend this is tied into my visit with you today, because of your enrollment period. So it's important not to kind of prejudge anyone's situation. You know what I mean? So just kind of let them decide for themselves. Now, they give you a $20,000 worth of this benefit, which means you can extend this up to 10 families, right? So obviously, your emergency contacts will automatically be included here. So Madison and Michelle are taken care of. That leaves you with 8 more members. You mentioned, that you had your brother and your other sister. So let's get this to him, or him. Um, what's his last name by chance? You said it was your last name?
Yeah, I'm not really looking at any other names.
I got you. Okay. No, I understand how you feel. As a matter of fact, a lot of our members have felt that way. It's kind of difficult to know which companies you can trust and which you can't. So, but let me ask you this real quick, Joe. Do you think 20,000 different groups would choose one insurance company, over all the others to advise their members if they didn't trust that company?
I mean, no, that's a fair point.
Of course not. You know what I mean? So I know you kind of, return that card for us. The people that you sponsor into this program, they're going to receive a phone call instead of the letter in the mail like you did, and they can choose if this is right for them. So, let's just give them that option to decide if that's something that they want for their family. If they're not interested, you know what I mean? That's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I found is that the most that, members that are sponsored into the program love the program even more because, they normally wouldn't be able to get it. Now, I know you said your brother, you know what I mean? So let's just start with him, okay? So what's his last name?
It's Powers.
Powers? Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And forgive me asking, you said his first name was Sean, was it?
No, it's actually Michael.
Michael, gotcha. Michael Powers. Okay. And who else?
That's probably about it, honestly.
Okay. Gotcha. I mean, Joe, I kind of get the sense that maybe you're kind of unsure about sponsoring these people into the program. Um, let's just do this first, okay? Let's at least get them sponsored in, and then the sponsorship is tied into my visit with you. And I'm gonna call you first before I call them, okay? Um, you'll just give them a heads up that I'll be calling, and if any of them don't want to be bothered, you know what I mean? I won't contact them. I'll erase their information, no questions asked. So let's at least kind of give them the chance to decide for themselves. Now, I know I got your brother here. What about your sisters? Let's just start with them as well.
Honestly, that's probably like I understand what you're saying. That's about all I can come up with though right now, to be honest.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No worries, brother. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So we're actually going to kick into the second part that I was telling you about on the phone. So this is the second part of the program. So first, let's start with the needs analysis software. Okay. So the reason most people don't have the right coverage is, they don't know what they need. So in a few minutes, kind of after I review this with you, you're going to definitely know where you're at. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions here just to see where you're at. But before I do that, I just have three preliminary qualifications to review with you. So number one, you must be a member of an authorized group or sponsored by someone who is, check what you are through your union. Number two, you must have an active checking account with a bank or a credit union. Do you have an active checking account with a bank or credit union?
I do. We're actually with FCU.
FCU, okay. And now, have you or anyone in the household been diagnosed with COVID-19 virus in the past? And if so, when?
No, thankfully not.
Awesome, okay. And forgive me, Joe, what's your date of birth real quick?
What was that? My date of birth?
Yes, sir.
So my date of birth is 5/18/77.
Gotcha, okay. And you don't mind me, just in case you hear some videos playing in the background, you don't mind me skipping through some of these videos to you, just to kind of
No,
save us some time. Basically, it's pretty much everything I just covered with you. Is that cool with
no.
you?
Please do. Faster the better.
All right, awesome. Kind of instead of boring you with these videos. And Joe, what's your email address?
Email address
Yeah.
is joesmith@gmail.com.
Okay. And Houston, right?
Correct. Yep.
Gotcha. And what's the zip code?
The zip code 77380.
Gotcha. Okay. And your phone number?
And my phone number is 832-628-7132.
Thank you. And what's Mary's date of birth?
Mary's date of birth is 6. She's gonna kill me. 6/4/82.
6482?
Yep.
Gotcha. And who's the oldest between Ben and Abby?
The oldest is Ben.
Ben? Gotcha. And what's his date of birth?
December 14th, 07.
And Abby's what? ABBY? Is that how you spell that?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. And
And
what's her date of birth?
July 4th, 2010.
Gotcha. Okay. And now, have any of you guys had internal cancer in the past 2 years? Breast, colon, pancreatic, uterine? No.
No, nothing at all.
Insulin, diabetes. Any of you on that?
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay. Cardiovascular disease. Heart attack, stroke, peripheral.
Nope.
No. Any of you guys currently using oxygen?
Nope.
Okay. Terminal illness.
No, nothing.
Gotcha. Alzheimer's.
Nope.
Have any of you used any form of tobacco in the last 12 months?
No.
Okay. Any of you currently on probation or parole?
Nope. Not that we know of.
Gotcha. Okay. Arrested or convicted of a DUI?
Nope.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now we can get into the good parts here. And now, Joe, Joe and Mary, the biggest concern, families kind of deal with when it comes to handling these, the concerns, is affordability. So they kind of have this setup where if there are any concerns, kind of be based around 1 hour's wage per week, just to kind of make sure that it's accurate. What's kind of a ballpark figure of your guys' monthly income?
I'd say about like 3,200.
3,200. Okay.
Yeah, just about.
And that's just between the both of you or
That's
just
just
you,
me. Mary's a
just
stay-at-home
you?
mom.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And I know this isn't kind of your typical dinner type of conversation, but have you guys decided or even discussed if you guys want to do a funeral or a cremation?
Probably traditional funeral.
Traditional funeral? Okay. Gotcha. Now, I see lots of families and some of them will get life insurance outside of work, because what happens to the group benefits, right?
What's because they do we don't control them.
Exactly. So, do you guys happen to have life insurance outside of work?
I have 50 term insurance and I get like 20. Yeah, just about 20 to the group. And
Hmm.
then she's a $10,000 whole life policy from her mom when she was a kid.
Oh, okay. Perfect, man. Perfect. And how much do you guys pay for that by chance? For all that coverage?
No clue.
No clue. Gotcha. 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 And do you by chance, Joe, get death benefits through work?
Nothing. I don't really know, to be honest with you.
No. No worries, man. Just I gotcha. You're like me, just kind of go with the flow, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I hear you. Now do you guys rent or own
Oh,
your
we have
guys' home? Own? Okay. And how much is left on the balance?
about 120,000.
And how many years do you guys have left on that?
About 24 years.
Okay. And you said you got a check-ins account, huh?
Yep. FCU.
Gotcha. Okay. And about how much debt, aside from the house, would you say you guys have?
Nothing.
Nothing. Awesome. Okay. And have you guys started saving for your kids' college education yet?
No, we haven't.
No? Gotcha. No worries. Looks like I forgot some. Joe, what's your guys' address real quick?
It's 123 Main Street.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. So actually, before I go any further, kind of looks like the needs analysis found some gaps in your guys' coverage. So I do have to have this mandatory read-off letter for you. Basically explains how the enrollment process works. Now, Joe and Mary, I mean, instead of kind of reading this whole thing, is it okay if I just kind of summarize it for you? That way we're
Oh
not.
yeah, that make it a lot
Gotcha.
easier.
Awesome. So, basically what it's saying is that if I'm kind of going through the benefits, you're nodding your head thinking like, these are some great benefits, and I can see why 20,000 different groups approve this and why everyone's kind of doing it. I'm actually going to ask you to apply today. Now, on the flip side, if I'm kind of going through these benefits and you're thinking to yourself, these are really great benefits, but they don't feel a need for me and my family right now. I'm actually going to ask you not to apply today. Okay, so you know, either way, yes or no, that decision does have to be made today, during your service period. Kind of in fairness to all the other members that are kind of waiting to enroll. Um, but you'll see, what they did here is that they kind of set it up to be a no-brainer. It's really an easy yes or no answer. Okay, does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, let me just skip through these videos for you. Let me just get this pulled up here for you. So kind of Joe, as you know, over the years, we actually go through contract negotiations and benefits, benefit changes, at work. So it's kind of give or take. Um, Lately, it kind of seems like we're paying a lot more, you know what I mean? But we're getting a lot less,
Yeah.
especially in today's world, you know what I mean? So, the company has, a labor advisory board of 50 international union presidents, whose main job is actually to provide the best wages and benefits for their members. Okay, so from their feedback, along with feedback from members like you, they actually came up with a list of concerns, that actually apply to all working families, whether they're union or not. Okay, so I'm gonna pull something up here for you and let me know if you can see it. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So, the first concern is the copays, deductibles and lost wages. So, how's your health insurance through work, Joe?
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, um, pretty much how family, with families that I talk to, no matter how good it is, there's always gaps that aren't covered. Have you guys been to the doctors or hospitals lately? Have you
Yeah,
guys seen their parking lot? It's always
I
packed,
haven't really
right, with
looked, but yeah,
Porsches and yeah, it's always packed with Porsches and Ferraris. So they're doing good, right? So um they're being taken care of. So but when you or someone in your family is hurt or injured, those are just basically lost wages as well as out-of-pocket expenses that health insurance doesn't cover, right? So The next concern is funeral and final expenses. Have you ever dealt with the funeral before, Joe or Mary?
No, actually, we haven't.
No. So unfortunately, at some point, we pretty much will all have to deal with this. Do you kind of know what the average funeral costs nowadays?
I don't know, 10 grand.
Uh, that's right, actually. In Texas, on average, kind of all things considered, it ends up costing at least $14,000, right? Um, Funeral homes kind of want their money immediately, and this creates a lot of stress for surviving family members. Most families, they don't have that kind of money laying around. You know what I mean? And even if they did, they didn't set it aside for something like this. So, and the next concern is paycheck loss. So obviously, no matter how great your benefits are through work, they won't keep that paycheck coming in. So this is a huge concern, for our surviving spouse and for their children, right? So the next biggest concern is the mortgage or rent. So aside from the emotional trauma, that an unexpected death can cause, having to have that surviving spouse and kids move out, from their home makes everything so much worse. So they want to make sure that wouldn't happen to families that we visit with. Now, the next concern is children's protection, just simply due to the fact that, work benefits don't provide any permanent coverage for kids, or even protection for kids' future, due to the loss of one or both parents. So they wanted to make sure that they have something in place. So kids are most vulnerable to experience severe consequences from the death of a parent. And that's why this is a top priority, especially for most families, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah. So the next biggest concern is, terminal illnesses, such as cancer. So right now in the US, for men, there's a 1 in 2 chance of developing or dying from cancer. So Joe, me and you flip a coin, you know, it's me or you. Does that make sense? And for women, it's 1 out of 3 until the age of 65. And after that, it's 1 in 2, same as men. So it's the leading cause of bankruptcy, due to illnesses, and it's devastating to families, right? And now the next concern is group benefits. So group benefits are for a group, um, but individuals all have different needs. You know what I mean? So more importantly, you can't rely on your group benefits just simply because you don't own those benefits, right? Believe it or not, aside from retirement, people can lose benefits if they're unemployed or, if they have a long illness before death. They kind of wanted to make sure that you had a permanent, benefits that weren't tied to your workplace. And now the last concern, and let me know if you can see this here, is affordability.
Yep.
Care of all these concerns. Um, and I mean, as you can kind of know, it's usually just way too expensive, So we sit down with people making $7 an hour, all the way to making, 40, $50 an hour. Some are working tons of overtime, some are retired or laid off. Regardless of the situation though, they wanted this to be affordable for everybody. The way they set this up is, Joe, let's imagine, right, that your boss comes up to you at work and kind of tells you, because things have been going so well, they would start paying you 41 hours instead of 40. And now with that hour, you're going to tell your wife that it's time to get matching Ferraris or, call that travel agent, book that dream vacation.
No, no chance.
No chance, right? You guys gonna start that construction of your dream home?
No.
Of course not, man. So now on the flip side, right? Let's say work's a little slow and your boss comes up to you and tells you that instead of laying you and some of your coworkers off, right? Um, they would just send everybody home an hour early on Friday. So you'd be working 39 hours instead of 40. Would you go and get rid of your car or cell phone bill?
Probably not.
Exactly, right? So the idea is that 1 hour isn't going to change your lifestyle, right? So the way they had this, that's why they kind of got it set up this way. So let me pull this up here. I just like using illustrations because it kind of makes things simpler for me. So let me get this pulled up for you so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Let me just show you what 1 hour takes care of your concerns, right? So just let me know if you can see this real quick, Joe.
Yep.
Do you see that? Okay, awesome. So, let's imagine, Joe, that you go into work tomorrow, right? Um, right now you guys are both at job A, you and Mary. And so job A will just call here on the left, okay? And job B is on the right. Okay. So let's assume you guys are both at job A. What's the job here on the left? And with job A, you have your normal group benefits. And with job A, you guys are making $800 a week. Um, Now let's say that another job opens up here, and we'll call this again job B. With job B, you guys have the same group benefits, same coworkers, same responsibilities, same everything. The only difference is the income. So instead of $800 a week, you guys are going to make, excuse me, not 850, 750 a week, which is about kind of 1 hour's wage difference, which kind of like you said before, wouldn't change anything for you. So what they did was is they took that hour that didn't mean much that didn't mean much, and they decided to put it towards something that would, which is handling these concerns in a very simple and straightforward way. So this first benefit, it actually covers your entire family due to any sort of accident. So, like I said before, health insurance and great benefits are great, but they don't cover everything, right? So this program actually pays you up to $100 every time you go to a doctor, urgent care, or hospital for any accident or injury. Whether that's a bump, bruise, or a bee sting. If you end up overnight in the hospital, it's actually going to pay you guys $200 per day and double that for intensive care, which is $400 a day. So let's say you have an accident, right, and you end up in the hospital for 5 days. By having this in place, Joe, it actually pay you guys $1,000 tax free. Kind of considering that you're not working and making any money, do you kind of see how this money would help you take care of the bills?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So not only that, but on top of that, actually, you guys are also going to get $10,000 for the loss of a hand, a foot, or a sight in one eye, and double that actually for which would be actually be $20,000 for the loss of any two. Um, Now, this last part of this benefit actually provides an additional $20,000 up to $100,000 accidental death benefit, kind of depending on the type of accident that you have. So, as you can see with your current job, though, you guys don't have anything in place, right?
No, I don't think anything like that.
Right. Most people don't, So, the next concern has to do with your funeral and final expenses. Now, there's 100% chance that you guys are going to use this one. Okay. Um, the freedom of choice, we'll call it the FOC, just to kind of shorten that down. Um, the FOC has already been set up with every funeral home of your choice. Um, your freedom of choice certificate is actually worth up to $30,000, and actually Mary, you as well, would also get $30,000, um, right to you. So the funeral home director will simply call the number on the front of the certificate, right? And American Income will take care of everything for you, including sending the remaining money to your family tax free. And so they're actually using a permanent benefit to fund your freedom of choice. That way it's there when and not if your family needs it. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah,
Now,
that makes sense.
Mary, on your worst day of your life, can you see how this would kind of make things easier for you and the kids?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. So, kind of right now, the way things are set up, you guys don't have anything for that. And so again, with this $30,000, kind of when I get to this part here, this is for use for you guys can use this anywhere in the world. And so that's also, that's the cool part about this. And the next is income protection. Now, Mary, when something happens to Joe, right, you're probably gonna miss him, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Right. Um, but kind of after a few weeks go by, aside from missing Joe, right, and his cooking, what else do you think the family's gonna miss?
Geez, probably his income, right?
Exactly. So, as of right now, Joe, you guys got $120,000, right? And this covers you guys up to 60 months, which is 5 years. So, and what this does is it takes care of any kind of death, it takes care of this concern. So now, Mary, um, basically, this would give you guys, and let me use my calculator here because I like to break it down in simpler terms. I don't like to use 5 years, so basically, this would give you guys $10,000, um, every year. If I'm doing my math right, for every month, excuse me. And so this kind of gives you time to kind of figure out what you're going to do with your guys' life, your job and any other insurance money. Just kind of right now as it stands, there's no monthly income replacement for that. And then for Mary, the needs analysis software didn't find any need for her to have this. So Joe, this is pretty much just for you. It makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, whoops, I actually got that all wrong. Excuse me. So actually, take back what I said here. Um, so it's not $120,000 here. Excuse me. This is actually $38,400, and this is actually offering you for a year, 12 months in this case. So, and now for your guys' mortgage, this is the number that I meant to put in here. Besides, their income, Mary and Joe, the next thing people want secured for their family is their home. So this is where you actually have $120,000. Um, that includes, coverage for you guys. So statistically, if you were to die during your working years, Joe, it's probably not going to be a health issue like a stroke or a heart attack. It's probably going to be due to an accident, right? So, this is actually funded by an accidental death benefit to save you money. So right now with your current job, you guys don't have anything in place for that. Now, next is the Children's College Fund. Now, the next concern that the benefit software found for you guys had to do with your children's future education. And so most families I see, they tell me they want their kids to have that option to go to college, right? Now, statistically, the biggest thing that would prevent this is if the kids lost one or both of their parents while they're minors, right? Um, so the benefit software is actually giving you guys $40,000 uh, per child, by the way. So basically $80,000, but it's going to 40,000 per child for each of the two, right? So that's going to be huge, right?
Oh, definitely.
Right. So as you can see right now, again, you guys don't have anything in place for something like this. And kind of also included, is a special $10,000 life insurance plan for all your children, in 18 and younger that qualify. When they turn 21, they can convert this to 5 times that amount or $50,000. Of permanent life insurance with no health questions, no health questions. So having this in place may be their key to getting coverage later on when they may otherwise not be able to qualify. Right now, your current group benefits, they don't provide anything permanent for your children, right?
Okay.
And you'll like this. Another important feature of this program is that if you are diagnosed with terminal illness such as cancer, you guys can actually access half your freedom of choice. So this $30,000 here, so $15,000, right? And your income protection, benefit while you're alive. And so basically what they're doing here for you guys is actually offering you guys. Sorry, I feel like I got the sneeze going on, but it's
It's
not there.
okay.
But yeah, sorry about that. But they're actually providing you up to $53,400 for this fund. And now, Joe and Mary, this kind of gives you the chance to put your family in the best situation financially if you get the worst news imaginable. Um, the remainder of this benefit would actually pay out to your family as a death benefit. And so your current benefits won't provide anything there. And as you can see, they pretty much thought of everything here. And that's just for you, Joe. So the software found no need for Mary on this situation. So um now Joe and Mary, now that I've kind of reviewed everything with you guys, I'm sure you can see why 20,000 different groups choose this program above all others, right? And why more families have our programs than any other companies. And that's because of the value and the full circle of protection it provides. I mean, Joe, if something were to happen to you, like a bad car accident, right? Or God forbid, your family would actually receive. Now I'm going to make sure I do my math right here. So, Joe, if you were to die in like a bad car accident, and let me know if you can see this, you guys would actually receive, I know it's a little backwards, but it's $268,000 and $400 for all about 1 hour's wage per week. So with your current job, there's no guarantee that your family will receive anything like that. So, Joe, if you went into work tomorrow and you had a choice between job A and job B, what would you take? Just looking at this.
I mean, job B.
Job B, right? And but why would you do that if you're making more money over there at job A?
I mean, the benefits. I mean, it's no brainer.
No brainer. That's what everybody says, right? So, and kind of like I was saying before, um, everyone wants the benefits, but not everyone can get the benefits, right? So I do have to get you guys qualified first. So let me just run through these questions real quick and let me see if I can get you qualified, okay?
Okay.
Let me see here. And now let me pull this up here that way we can kind of look at it together. Ridiculous. Like like showing these things off. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. And now, has any of the proposed insured, which is you and Mary at this point, ever been treated or advised to be treated for alcoholism or alcohol abuse, including membership in AA, or been advised by a physician to reduce alcohol consumption?
Nope.
No. Have you guys ever used drugs not prescribed by a physician, such as cocaine, amphetamines, hallucinogens, tranquilizers, narcotics, or sedatives?
No.
Okay. Have you guys ever been insured or ever had their driver's license suspended or revoked because of a moving violation or been arrested? That includes for driving while intoxicated under the influence.
No, nothing at all.
No. Okay. Have you guys flown within the last 2 years or intend to fly in the future as anything other than a passenger on a scheduled airline?
Nope.
Okay. Have you guys participated within the last 2 years or intend to participate in any of the following activities? Auto, motorcycle, or boat racing?
Nope.
Uh,
Nothing.
Parachute jumping, skin, scuba, or skydiving?
Nope.
Okay. Have you guys ever been advised to take tests and not done so, or not received the results, been diagnosed as having or received treatment for high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, stroke, or any heart, blood, or circulatory disorder?
No. Nothing.
Okay. Have you guys ever been treated for any of the following conditions, diabetes or endocrine disorder?
Nope.
Okay. Paralysis, epilepsy, mental disease or disorder, or any other nervous system or brain disorder?
Nope.
Okay. Have you guys ever had arthritis or any injury to or trouble with your back, knees, or any of your joints?
Nope. Nothing.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge and belief, do you have any physical impairment or departure from good health?
No, nothing at all.
Mary? Okay. Um, have you guys ever been advised to take tests and not done so or not received the results? Been diagnosed as having or received treatment for cancer, tumor, or unexplained masses?
Nope.
Okay. Have you guys ever been rejected for life or medical hospital insurance, rated or failed to receive a policy as applied for?
No.
Okay. Have you guys been insured in the last 5 years? Have you guys had a physical examination?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Make my little pen here. Okay. Um, have you guys had any medical treatment? That includes, prescription medication.
No, nothing.
Okay. Have you guys ever been hospitalized in the last 5 years?
Nope. No, yeah, nothing.
Gotcha. Are you guys currently a resident in a nursing home or ever been diagnosed as having a terminal illness, including Alzheimer's disease?
Nope.
Okay. Um, Have you guys ever been treated for any of the following conditions? Asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, or any other respiratory disorder?
No.
Okay. Ulcer, colitis, or any other digestive tract disorder?
Nope.
Cirrhosis, hepatitis, or other liver disorder, or any blood disorder, or received a bone marrow transplant?
No.
Okay. Kidney, prostate, urinary bladder, or other, you know, genitourinary disorder?
Nope.
Okay. Disease of the breast, uterus, or ovaries?
Nope.
Rheumatoid arthritis, or any other musculoskeletal disorder?
Nope.
Okay. Loss of hearing or loss of sight?
Nope.
Okay. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS related complex or AIDS related conditions.
No.
Okay. Have you guys ever tested positive for antibodies to the AIDS or HIV virus?
Nope.
Okay. Do you guys smoke cigarettes or use tobacco in any other form?
No.
Okay. Um, there's another one. And have you guys used marijuana in the past year?
No. Nothing at all.
No. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not the underwriter here, but just kind of based on what I'm seeing here, it does kind of look like I should be able to get you guys qualified for the benefits. Um, like I said, I just kind of went over that checklist there, so everything looks good. Let me see here. So let me see what it's kind of offering here. So as of right now, Joe, with everything kind of went over with you and Mary, as of right now, your total for today with all of those benefits included will come out to 223.98. Now, how does that sound to you?
Not good.
Not good. Gotcha. Okay. And
We're not going to be able. I think we have plenty of insurance.
plenty of insurance. Okay. Um, no, I understand that. Um, if you kind of had $75,000 or $100,000 of insurance, that would seem like a lot of money. In fact, if we were to kind of stack that much money, on this table here as we're talking, I don't know how high that would be, right? But when you talk about your income, right, that's kind of something we just take for granted, kind of being gone forever. All of a sudden, it just doesn't seem like that much. I mean, for example, right, your income right now is about, I know you said you're making about 3,000, 400 a month. Um, basically in a year, you're making about roughly $40,000, right? $41,000. Um, and you've kind of been earning that for the past 5 years, right? So, that's roughly give or take $200,000, right? Give or take. But how much of that do you have left?
Geez, I mean, how much?
I mean, you see, if something were to happen to you 5 years ago, right? Like your family right now would be faced with, I mean, what do we sell first? Or what government line do we stand in? Does that make sense? Like you wouldn't have any of that. And so, it's very difficult to kind of have enough insurance. I mean, your family always needs more, but you can only do what you can do, right? So if it's a matter of comfortability, Your program is kind of set up right now around 1 hour's wage per week, which is, give or take, 35, $40 an hour or $45 a week. It's probably about 223. So that has inflation protection built in. I mean, is that kind of comfortable for you, or did you want to adjust that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not going to be able to afford that.
Can afford that? I mean, I totally get it, man. I know. I mean, kind of Joe and Mary, the reason this is called the needs analysis software is because it's designed to expose your coverage and financial needs. Um, but the goal, right, is to take care of your concerns without breaking the bank. I mean, look, I'm here to help you out, not hurt you. Job B, is kind of just what the software has set up as a basic program based on your income. Um, Now I know you mentioned that 1 hour's wage wouldn't change your lifestyle and you would pick job B without a blink of an eye, but now just so I can help you out the best way I know how, I know you're kind of saying that the 223.98 per month will fit in the budget, right? It's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, no.
Okay, gotcha. No worries. Um, no worries at all. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just try to get your, as I always like to tell people, let's just get your foot in the door. And from there we can kind of adjust how much coverage you want, right? And so let me try to move some things around here for you guys. And like I said, I would hate for you guys to miss out on all this stuff just because it's out of the budget, right? So let me see if I can move some things around for you guys and we can go from there, okay? Okay. Now I'll move some things around here for you guys. And I got your guys' total down to 197.71. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
A lot better? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Um, Now, Joe and Mary, almost everyone kind of takes advantage of this program, like you, it's because of the value, right? And the cost is kind of very small compared to the many benefits that are included here. I mean, now it's very rare, but sometimes a member cancels. It could be a week, a month, or a year later. And we ended up kind of seeing these same people, the next service period, which is kind of, a year or two later. And they're upset because they're no further ahead than they were. And most people end up wanting to reapply for these benefits. The problem is now the program is more expensive because they're older. So basically, I just want to make sure that this is a comfortable number for you guys. Um, and there's no problems with it, right? Like you guys are comfortable with that 197.71.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Like I said, the point is that this is not a short-term fix. It's a long-term solution. And the longer you're into this program, the more valuable it is, right? So, if the 197.71 is, kind of uncomfortable for you, we can kind of fix that right now. So now that, if you're okay with it, kind of how does everything feel for you
It feels good.
overall? Feels good? Gotcha. Gotcha. I also want to emphasize that, the first draft is going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. But that your bank might not reflect that for up to 10 days, right? So I want to make sure that we're good to go on that first draft, that, the money will be there. If there are any issues, this kind of creates a lot of headaches for the both of us. So it kind of reflects poorly on me, because it makes it look like I pressure you into something you don't want. Does that make sense? So are we kind of good to go on that first draft?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Awesome, Joe. Okay. Good, good, good. Well, then, just please make sure to keep this important program in place for your family. And the next time we see you, you'll be really happy you did. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Nick.
No problem.